Hey, what's going on, everybody? Navid Moazzez here, and I'm super excited to have Ryan Levesque here. He's the founder of the Ask Method company, and he's the #1 best-selling author of the book Ask, and also his new book Choose, which I have here. But we are here today to talk about his Ask Method workshop that he runs usually a few times a year. But whenever if you're watching this, you can definitely check it out over at navid.me/ask. And you can get access to that workshop. But I wanted to, if you're new to this and you're not familiar, maybe who Ryan is, like Ryan, can you break it down for people? What you do with the Ask Method and who it's for and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so in a nutshell, the Ask Method is a marketing methodology to figure out what people want to buy in any market. And there's three kind of major phases to it. It starts with choosing your market, asking people what they want, and building it. Now, it sounds simple on the surface, but the reality is there's a lot of nuance. Like, you can't walk through the front door and just ask people what they want. Whenever I bring that up, everyone typically, someone will bring up Henry Ford, and they'll say, well, Henry Ford said, if I'd asked people what they wanted, they would have told me faster horses. Or Steve Jobs was famous for saying, people don't know what they want until you show it to them. And the reason why those quotes ring true is because they are true. The devil's in the details. The questions you need to ask to figure out what people really want to buy, not what they think they want, not what they say they want, are counterintuitive. And once or twice a year, we do a free workshop where I actually walk through and coach you through the entire Ask Method process. And it's one of my favorite times of year. I love going through this. I love seeing the transformation that people go through, whether you're just getting started in your business, like just trying to figure out what market to go into and trying to decide between different business opportunities, or you have an established existing business that you're looking to take to the next level. So in a nutshell, that's what the Ask Method is all about. And of course, we could talk in more detail around the details and nuances behind that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of what I wanted to do as well. So people have, if they've been following me, you have probably heard me talk about this. I've implemented it in my own business. We are generating multiple six figures, just kind of doing we haven't even, used all of it. That's kind of the beauty of the Ask Method. I think you can start very simple, start with kind of one question surveys, and kind of there's different ways to segment as well, which Ryan will go into a lot in the kind of workshop as well. But maybe you can share some kind of few takeaways that people can expect or what they can get from this workshop as well. So what can they expect to learn? Anything you want to share around that here?
Yeah, so one of the things that we're going to talk about are how to implement the Ask Method in your business based on where you're at right now. And as you mentioned, Navid, there are different layers to it, right? You can start simple and you can go deep. So for example, one of the things that you want to do before you do anything in your business, whether it's enter a new market, launch a new product, kick off a new marketing campaign, is you want to begin by asking. And the way you ask is by starting with what's called a deep dive survey. Now, the deep dive survey is a survey where you're asking a series of very specific questions designed to understand your market at a deep emotional level, to understand what's called the hyper-responsive segment of your market. Who in your market is most likely to buy if you create a product or a marketing campaign or enter into a new business around that topic? It's also designed to uncover the language patterns that people use. So what language should you echo in your Facebook posts, in your emails, in your headlines, on your sales pages? Where does that language come from? Well, it comes from your market. And then last but not least, to uncover what are the buckets that exist in your market. You see, niching down is no longer enough. You need to diagnose and prescribe to give people exactly what they want and need. And what I mean by that is when someone lands on your website, you can't just sell to them. You need to begin by asking, once again, a series of questions to understand that person just a little bit more. So you can put them into one of several buckets and take them to a maybe customized video, a customized email sequence, maybe a specific blog post or a podcast interview that you may have done. And that just scratches the surface for how the Ask Method is something that anybody can use in your business, whether you're just getting started or you have a successful business that you're trying to get to that next level. So those are some of the things, Navid, to answer your question that we're gonna dive into. Not just the what, but the how. Like, how does it all fit together? How do you implement this? This sounds good, it makes sense theoretically, but like, where do you even begin? What are the tools that you use? What are the strategies that you use? What's the step-by-step? Well, we cover all of that and much, much more, along with examples in this free Ask Method workshop.
Yeah, that's awesome because this can work at any stage of your business, right? It's a great strategy. You can also, use it with virtual summits, for example, to, segment that a little bit better. You can use it for launches. You can obviously go even deeper kind of with, quiz funnels and do that more with cold traffic. You can do so many things with Ask Method. It can work with other strategies you're currently using in your business. So, that's kind of safe to say this can work even if you're a complete kind of beginner. Would you say that's a good way to also implement the Ask Method? Although, you have a business, I have a business. For us, it makes sense, right? But for someone starting out, is that a good way to kind of get started as well, to use the Ask Method in their business as well?
One of the biggest pieces of feedback I get from people, whether it's someone who's writing a book, building a digital course, creating a funnel, launching a new program or a product, the thing that people say consistently is, I wish I would have gone through this Ask Method workshop before I created this thing. And the reason for that is before you build, you need to begin by asking. Before you build, you need to ask. And so wherever you are right now in your business, if you're just getting started, if you're expanding your business, I would recommend that you put the brakes on everything, go through this process first, because the insight and the wisdom and the clarity and confidence that this is going to give you is going to be immeasurable. So wherever you're at right now, before you build, you first need to ask. And that's what we're going to be covering in this free workshop that's available just once or twice every single year. So if you're catching this right now at the right time, like, your timing is perfect, and I highly recommend that you join me, where I'll be holding your hand through the whole process.
Exactly, and you have also updated the whole workshop. You always kind of up the game with the quality and different things you are doing. And I just actually went through the most recent one. It's really good. It's actually really kind of entertaining as well. So I highly recommend you guys check that out. Go to navid.me/ask. Get access to this. And although I have the Ask Method Masterclass myself, I've been in Ryan's mastermind, I always kind of looking to learn. I always get some pieces of nuggets from that free workshop that he runs, and also has like this Facebook group as well to kind of go along with it. And Ryan is very active there doing the workshop. So I highly recommend you kind of go there, navid.me/ask, and you get access to this amazing workshop. And I hope to see you there. I'll be in the comments there. I think, I comment every year he runs it, and, you can see me in there as well, since, I'm using the Ask Method in my business as well. So talk to you guys soon, and I hope to see you there. Bye-bye.